Alright, here we go. Game number 3 on Wind and Cloud. The series is tied up 1-1. And we could potentially be here for 3 more hours if things continue at this rate. Man, what a series it has been so far. I gotta say, TerrOr knows how to play some sick TVZ series. Maybe not necessarily the highest level, skill-wise, but very entertaining. So, we are now going back to a 4-player map, Wind and Cloud, and, oh, excuse me, getting some hiccups. Yeah, I'm sure TechnicS is possibly a little bit frustrated about that game, but, yeah, that was almost a crazy comeback there. Anyway, going on to game number 3 here on Wind and Cloud. Alright, at the top left as the orange Terran we have TerrOr, who is not actually on KT, nor should he be confused with the Korean crazy guy TerrOr. This is in fact the Peruvian TerrOr. And at the bottom left is the brown Zerg. We do have TechnicS, BG, who should not be confused with Nemu Bag nor Jim Bag, but he is in fact TechnicS Bag, or Bulgaria, whichever one you prefer. Anyway, Overlord gonna scout vertically, as is standard on this map, although occasionally you do see them scout horizontally to the further away natural due to the symmetry of the map, and the fact that you can get the second Overlord easily towards your vertical spawn location, if that makes sense. So, man, I wonder how these players are feeling now. I mean, they've just played 2, almost hour-long games in a row, and still have the rest of the series to go. I mean, surely they're at least a little bit tired, and I'm wondering if, that might lead to some more mistakes, perhaps some micro errors. Who knows? We shall see. On the other hand, both these guys I think have been fairly active recently, so I'm sure they've practiced, more than 2 hours at a time before. And so perhaps they're used to it. I mean, it's funny because, especially for pro gamers, people would always say, oh, this guy just played, a 45-minute game, surely he's very tired, how's the stamina? But every time people say that, I was always like, well, but don't these guys play 12 hours, like, a day? So is one game really going to affect them? I mean, they could play like a 4-hour series and it would be a third of a regular day. I mean, sure, of course, in an actual tournament game, it's a lot more intense and there's a lot more pressure, obviously. But yeah, for pro gamers, I always kind of was wondering, are they really tired? Because these guys play so much. And foreigners, on the other hand, don't generally play nearly as much as pro gamers, obviously, so I think for them it's actually probably a bigger deal to have to play 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Although on the other hand, as a counterexample, like in that single game of Jaedong versus Stork on match point, Jaedong was just pouring sweat down his face after one game. So I don't know, maybe one game can be that taxing. Although that was a pretty epic game. Anyway. What do we have here for TerrOr? It looks like he's just going for a 1-Rax expand. SSB can't quite get out though. Hey, there we go. And this handy dandy Overlord is gonna see it. Should see it. Yep. Meanwhile, SCV guy is gonna come over here and gonna see what's going on in the Zerg base, which is actually nothing interesting. It's just a normal 3-hatch opening. So everything going as standard so far. And no gas yet. I'm really interested to see what TerrOr's follow-up is. Oh, it is a gas. Now is he going +1 again like he did in game number 1? Is he going to get a factory? We shall see. They are fairly close in air distances. You can see natural to natural by air is very, very short. So, you know, mutas are going to be come over quite quickly, going to be very effective. But conversely, that means, I don't know, is he going to try and counter that with some Valkyries or something? No, he's just getting an academy now. Before a second barracks, in fact, so that's quite an interesting timing here. So in game number 1, he got a very fast eBay and then academy, but this time he's getting the academy first. Normally you'd see 2 racks before an academy, and the fast gas usually indicates +1, but in this case he's actually getting fast something else. I don't know, he might actually just be getting fast medics again like he did in game number 1, so that he can start saving up their energy, I guess. I don't know. Kind of an interesting order of the buildings. Slowly scouting SCV has already been taken down, and looks like we actually have a 3 barracks now. Okay, so barracks, academy, and then 2 more barracks. I think that's actually reasonable. I mean, basically these buildings are somewhat flexible in the order that you make them. Obviously, if you get the academy before the 2nd barracks, you'll have slightly faster upgrades and slightly faster medics to get energy with, but you know, slightly lower unit count. Day9 actually did a really good podcast on this. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but he talked. I think he talked specifically from a TVZ point of view about, like, if you want, you know, 2 barracks, academy, and a factory or whatever. There's a lot of different ways you can arrange it to get a similar effect, but, like, you know, with different focus. It's really good. Man, those old Day9 podcasts were so good. I think the thread is still on Team Liquid. I highly recommend, actually, if you're like an aspiring, you know, C- player, wants to get improved, wants to improve. That's a really good source of stuff. I actually have all of them on my iPod, in fact. Really good stuff. Anyway, doop-a-doop-doo, what do we have here? A few speedlings poking out here. Oh, so we got 1 speedling, seeing when the Marines come out. So potentially, if the Marine force comes out and it's relatively small, he can try and do a surround and kill them. Or if it comes out and he sees, oh, there's a few too many dudes, then he'll just wait and go for the backstab. And, ooh, it was like going to block an SCV from coming in here. But, I mean, it is just a normal 3-hatch Spire anyway, and I'm sure TerrOr expects something like that, so I don't think he'll be caught too much off guard. Doop-doop-doo. So, yeah, TerrOr is just going to chill. Spire should be done now. Yep, and mutas are on the way, as we see. So turrets should come up now. Yep, good timing by Terra. But oh, here we go. You see the Marine forces moving out. Oh, damn it! But now the Lings are going in. The Lings are going in. The Marines are actually heading a little bit towards the middle, maybe anticipating there's some kind of Ling backstab, but here we go. Lings are going in now. There's only 2 Marines on the ramp. They're not. Oh, there's actually. Oh, there's a fire bat and 2 Marines in the bunker. This is going to be really good. You can see the Lings, as soon as they see the fire bat in the bunker, immediately heading up the ramp instead. They know they don't want to face that bunker, but oh man, they're going to go into the main gate. They're going to be able to take down some of these turrets, and that's going to be crucial. But now the fire bat comes in. They're going to take down the fire bat, but not before getting almost all roasted. Meanwhile, it looks like. Where the hell did the main force go? Okay, all the Marines came back, the 2 medics are stuck in the middle, and 2 firebats and an SCV are going to the 3rd base, and it looks like there's not even a drone here, so I don't know what the hell's going on, but it looks like the mutas are now coming in to the natural. Only a couple of turrets up, not in the best positions. More turrets going up, and the Marines coming down as well. Not that many SCVs here for some reason. But 1 muta does fall, and the Marines do come into position. And these firebats are just going to chill for a little bit and just block TechnicS from taking a 3rd here. I'm actually a little bit surprised there wasn't a drone there, to be honest. Because that was a pretty normal thing to actually send your random firebats down to block that 3rd. So I don't know why TechnicS wasn't even thinking about taking that base. But, oh, looks like the mutas coming up here. And there's only 1 turret. One of the turrets did get blocked earlier on. And it's a little bit annoying. You really don't want the mutas to be able to camp your ramp here. So having a couple of turrets by the production facilities, so covering the production facilities as well as covering the ramp is quite important against mutas. It looks like he's going to stabilize. Might want to put just a single Marine in that bunker just to draw fire. You know, even if he doesn't want to put all his Marines there, just put 1 is actually quite a good idea, I think. Anyway, the muta's doing a good amount of damage. Oh, a bit of a miss micro there, just kind of pausing a bit over the turrets, but he does get a good number of SCVs. Meanwhile, the fire rats are still just chilling. And it looks like, so TechnicS is going to take a 6 o'clock instead. Now, this is still got a not that wide of a choke, so you can still block that with burglars, although it's a little bit more difficult. But the worst thing about the 6 o'clock base is that you can get cliffed by siege tanks. So even if he has lurkers here, he can actually just lose it. But it looks like the game might even not get to that point because TerrOr is losing control of his natural here. I don't know how this is happening. It looks like this on the back of a good mutant micro, but now the Marines are coming down. It looks like they will be able to clean up the Zerglings. And are there going to be enough, though, to clean up the mutants? That's the question. Looks like TechnicS feels that he can commit here. That's a bit of a risk, though. And oh, man, taking a lot of damage there. You really have to have an overwhelming mutant number to be able to commit. He did have it for a second, but then some reinforcing Marines came out, and crucially, the vessel's now out. But more Zerglings are coming out for TechnicS, excuse me, and the bunker has fallen. So these Zerglings in tandem with the Mutalisks could actually take TerrOr out here. TerrOr is now behind on supply compared to his opponent. The Mutants are still wreaking havoc. The Marines come down. The Lings are not going in just yet, but here we go. The bunker's not finished yet. And here we go. The Marines, can they hold? The bunker is almost finished. He's trying to get to the bunker, but the bunker finishes, but it's empty. He doesn't get to the bunker. Doesn't have an irradiate yet, though. It looks like TechnicS, for some reason, is focusing the bunker, but there's an irradiate. And TechnicS is unable to split perfectly, but fortunately for him, it hit a damaged muta, and he didn't take maximum damage. He did not face the maximum duration of that irradiate. But more Zerglings are pouring in here, and TerrOr is still very much on the back foot here. The mutas are still alive. He's still losing SEVs. He's really bleeding out now. 45 supply against 63. TechnicS is just going for the win with the Mutaling. Is he even transitioning? He does have his transition, in fact. So even if this doesn't end the game, he'll still be fine. But TerrOr is just falling to pieces here. And it looks like, oh man, why is he not going into the bunker? He should just go into the bunker. He's going to go into the bunker. He's going to possibly reclaim his natural here, although there's still a couple of mutants just chilling. He might, no, he doesn't even have another irradiate. A few vultures now, but oh no, the lurkers are in. The lurkers are in, and oh my god, they're going to borrow in an SEVs. The SEVs barely escape. Fortunately for him, a few of them are in range of the bunker, but TerrOr is still unable to mine from his natural expansion. He's got so much gas, but just no minerals whatsoever here. Meanwhile, though, 2 Firebats heading over to the 6 o'clock base. There is one Sunken Colony that will be finished by the time they get there, so I don't see that really doing too much damage. Meanwhile, it was like an additional hatchery. Lurker's obviously done. The Carapace is on the way. Lurker's now just going to chill here, just going to deny, or rather contain the Terran. Meanwhile, so the Firebats get cleaned up fairly easily. So TerrOr should be able to start mining again from his natural, but he is so far behind right now. Behind on supply, just... Oh man, just now getting siege mode for his siege tanks, and oh man, the lurker's coming in yet again, but that siege tank should stop them though. Just gonna make sure the lings don't kill it. But yeah, the siege tank, even without siege mode, it does outrange the lurkers, so you really should just use the siege tank to finish off these lurkers and then just deal with that. Yeah, so he's gonna do that now. I'm a little bit surprised TechnicS actually committed with these lurkers because the tank is already out, so he's just gonna lose them, but he's just sending in more units and also taking a 4th base here at the bottom right. Man, TechnicS just, oh no, he's in range of the tanks or the lurkers, ah! Okay, looks like that's good. Oh, maybe it's not good. Oh, clutch C Matrix. But yeah, TerrOr's in gigantic trouble now. The only good thing for him is that TechnicS hasn't even started to go to Hive yet. He doesn't even have a Queen's Nest, which I'm a little bit surprised about because he's got everything else. He's got double Evo. You know, he's got plenty of hatcheries, getting another base, but not going to Hive. That's a very interesting decision, and that could be a bit problematic for him unless he can just get an overwhelming number of Lairtech units, which he sort of is, so I guess that's fine. But yeah, he's going to have to just be able to actually engage the Terran in the mid-game here with Lurker Ling. Maybe even mix in some Hydras if he wants. Because without, he's not going to have to file this for a very long time still. And looks like he's poking in here. Oh, hoping to maybe snipe a vessel or two. There are 3 vessels already, actually. It's a good vessel count this early. But oh man, he's maybe going to lose one here. No, not going to lose one. But he's going to lose a good number of his ground forces, though. In full retreat here, is he going to lose another tank? He's not going to lose another tank. So, good retreating there, I guess. But the problem is that TechnicS has now got his 4th base up. Not quite running yet, but as soon as he gets some drones over there. Crucially, he just needs to like maybe mine the gas. Although having said that, again, without being on Hive Tech, having the additional gas maybe isn't that useful. I mean, obviously he can make some more lurkers and whatnot. But he's already got 3 gas. And you can see he's really spending his money very nicely, so I don't think it's as important. So, TerrOr is poking around. Really got to keep his units to get more together though. He's got a few scattered out really easy. And oh man, these vessels, I don't know if they should be leading like this, very open to getting scourged. That's like really his main weapon right now, is that he has 3 vessels really fast. Look, he's going to try and siege this nice obnoxious position at the top of the cliff here outside the national. But I mean, TechnicS' army is just so much bigger. I think if TechnicS just goes in, he can just stomp this Terran army right here. And losing vessels like that is not going to help. A few reinforcements coming in. Some SCPs actually even coming in. I don't know what those are for. Is he just going to like build a bunker there or something? That'd be quite cute. Oh, Terran's just being really bold with these vessels. I don't know if that's the best idea. But, I mean, what is up with these SCVs here? In fact, I think if he just bunkers here and just holds position and just gets a third, maybe that's a good idea. I don't actually know what's a good idea now because he's so far behind. He has to do something. And he's going for it, but he's going to get flanked and stomped. Oh, no, he's going back. Oh, this is cute. He's just running in, sniping stuff that's at the rally point, and then moving back. That is some very cute micro. But what is he doing on the back of this, though? He's got to have some future plan. Look at how few SCVs he has. Oh my god, his saturation is non-existent. He's got no economy. Oh my god. TerrOr just has nothing mining for him right now. I mean, there's better saturation in the Zerg bases than in the Terran. That's just silly. Oh, but TechnicS going around. Is he going to flank or is he going to counter? I think he's going to flank. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, this is going to be very bad. Here we go. Here's the flank. Yeah, Shimo! And there's the army gone. Alright, come on, hero tank. You got 13 kills. You can do it. You can. Oh no, you got no detection. Well, that's that. So now we've got like 5 units. And that's not good. This is in fact less than ideal. And he's finally got a hive on the way. Man, look at he's just starting the hive. Yeah, once again a late hive, and the Terran isn't even going mech. But TerrOr. Now, okay, hold on. So here's the thing, right? Last game, after TerrOr lost his initial Goliath attack, I thought he was completely dead. But TerrOr let him come. Oh, sorry, TechnicS let TerrOr come back into the game. So if TerrOr can like get this base and TechnicS just doesn't attack him, like maybe TerrOr can come back. But he's like 40 supply behind though. So I mean, this is like way even further behind than he was last game after that Goliath attack. Anyway, uh-oh. Run away! Run away! Oh, it's a lot of lurkers. That is many lurkers. Although again, TerrOr seems to be really good at these fighting retreats. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's like, you're really good at running away. Maybe TerrOr's secretly French. Oh, snap! Just kidding, I like French people. Anyway. Ba-ba-ba-bum. So, just looking at all these bases, they're doing pretty well. Pretty surprised there's not been any drop attempt or something. Dropship? Dropship? Did I see? No? No? I guess not. Alright, whatevs. That's cool. And in the meantime, this command center finished. There's a Ling there though. It's problematic. Damn, there's a lot of lurkers. Holy moly, that's a lot of stuff. It's all brown though. It's hard to see on the ground. We need to like, you know, wear little red hats or something. Oh, we could have a big engagement. Are there any siege tanks? He's only got one. It's not even in siege mode. Oh man. Oh god, here we go. Now he's sieging up. He's gonna die. That is so many lurkers. Oh man, they're buttering a little bit early though, and they're getting stuck. But there's just so many that it doesn't even matter if they're not getting a good position. Oh man, poor TerrOr. GG! TechnicS takes game number 3 and goes up 2-1 in the series. He is 1 game away from the finals. We are 1 game from having a ZVZ finals, ladies and gentlemen. TerrOr's going to have to win the next 2 to come back in the series. It is not out of the question, but it's going to be quite difficult. The next map is going to be Outsider. But first, a quick commercial break.